recently we have one research article on brand coolness published 3 years back. So for Gen G, another variable has come. And I'll keep on sharing a few variables as we move ahead. And I have got detailed discussion on brand coolness. What is brand coolness?
Just stepping back, maybe at times I think we get too, shall we say, scientific or too get too self-important about this stuff. I don't think consumers care that much about our categories and that much about our brands as much we'd love to believe. I think there's 7 stages of infatuation and love, and I think it's inflated. I think at the very basic level, there's heuristics, there's very good shortcuts for consumers. They are out to solve problems that they have. They're out to achieve a certain progress that they want to achieve in life. And nobody has the time to put together an algorithm how to buy a pack of wafers per se, right? If you were to, the one thing that we have is that the human mind is terribly lazy and you're looking for shortcuts, and all of a brand is a shortcut. It's an easy shortcut. I think describing it in such philosophical terms like love and all, I think it plays to our ego.
Just to give you another person.
It plays to our ego and it plays to our self-importance. But I think we've got to be, our salaries come out of it. But consumers actually really, if you sit down and instead of asking straight away, this pack of, what do you think of 5 attributes of this pack of bottled water? If you turned around and spent 4 hours with them and figured out that they have a mother-in-law and they have a crying kid and they have EMIs to pay, and among the various problems and joys that they have in their life, what role does, leave apart the brand, what your category plays, I think we should get a little sense of balance and humility about where we stand. I think,
and I would use a word maybe more than choice. It is just your experience. It is just how you look at it. And there is nothing on your mind. Frankly speaking, when you're talking about, let's say, Zomato or Swiggy, it just doesn't matter to me. Someday I get irritated with Zomato, I'll go with Swiggy. And I keep switching. I keep looking for new app. If something new comes, we'll try that also, right? But that's about the utility, number one. Number two, and I think I agree with him, in terms of these days, there is no technical really, or loyalty is when you can't live with something. I have to have this, right? So a particular tea, a particular soap, a particular whatever. But that too, again, maybe broadly I'll go with what you're saying on terms of habit. But personal experience is something which matters. And these days it's so random that you cannot really define, why you want to buy a particular thing. So Apple has become community suddenly, right? And it has become a kind of circle. If you don't have Apple, then I don't belong to my home because I just don't use the Apple Watch. My son says, when are you going to change this? So I feel that I don't belong to my family just because I'm not using Apple Watch at times, right? But I think day by day is becoming very difficult and complex, so, and the life of brand is also becoming a big question. How much life that brand is living. So
I'm sure all of us have kids at home and all that. I have a 23-year-old now, and I've seen her over the ages. But for the last 10 years, she's been having only Davidoff coffee. You know what I mean? And she's Gen Z, millennial, don't know what definition you give it. For the last so many years, she's been doing this. And it's also convenience, maybe. That has built around it. It's not that because of convenience she's having Davidoff, Swiggy, Zomatos are easier. Those are utilities. Those are not brands, actually, to be honest. You know what I mean? They are here. Tomorrow they'll not be there. Somebody else will be there. They're businesses right now, temporary. That's one part of the story. And like he said, he uses Zepto. Tata's Big Basket ownership, I was loyal to Big Basket. I still am. But given convenience, because Big Basket did not have the 10-minute module, what do? You switch off to the Blinkit or the Zeptos of the world. But that's convenient. It's not about brand. I'm not loyal to that brand, or nor do I like it. That's convenient. Brand loyalty to me is something above this. It's sitting. I can give you examples in our hotel worlds where people have come year on year and stayed in the same room that they want. 101 Taj Holiday Village, Goa room. Come this date to this date. You'll find the same family. He'll bring in every year 3 more families and keep expanding, but he'll come there every year and stay in that set of suites in that room. That is brand. And that brand is not easy as is to change. That has been built over the years because of the whole ecosystem that is built around him, the service that he gets, the comfort that he gets, the acknowledgement that he or she gets out there, which is most of the what people like about brands. When Apple is an ecosystem that was intently created like that. It's not. That's why they don't have these. You know what I mean? They wanted you to get locked in that.
The way we look at it, the organization doesn't start as a brand. It starts with the product or service they offer, right? And then within that, what becomes a brand is if there are competitions or substitutes, if you are the one which is providing excellence over a period of time. The example that you gave of the hotels, right? Large group of hotels. So that's what becomes a brand. And hence a lot of products over a period of time are not known by the service they offer. They are known by the brand it offers, right? Xerox is the known one, which, it is known as Xerox, but it is actually essentially a photocopier from that perspective. Many medicines are like that, right? Which are known by the brand that's there. So essentially, it also depends on what kind of services it offers, right? What are the differentiator that you are bringing in very, very clearly. If it is very personal, like let's say a heart or a relationship, of course it will matter a lot. You will value that a lot versus somewhere that it's okay. Even if it doesn't work the way I want, people would be very eased out. For example, if someone wants to go, let's do the hotel experience. They want a once in a year experience. So they will be very choosy about it if you want to do it. But if you're doing it on day in, day out, you will actually talk about the competitions that you are talking about and you will keep on using multiple elements that way. That's where the difference comes in.
Just 2-3 points I want to make. So I think, based on what we were just saying, so 2-3 things are coming out. One is consistent delivery, right? So brand is nothing but an outcome of a consistent delivery of a product or a service. And second, more importantly, the outside in view, right? Because like we opened saying, the inside out view can be, we can all as organizations say this is how we want our brand to be, there are vision, values. But proof of the pudding is how the consumer sees you. Absolutely. And how he manages. In fact, if you see a lot of large corporates are rebranding, right? Why is the need? If you've been delivering so long successfully, and honestly, that rebranding at times comes when from the outside world perspective, things are all going okay. But category of customers are changing, Gen Z is coming. So a lot of thought is going behind that rebranding, saying if your target market is changing in a particular way, in a particular segment, maybe it's time for you to preempt that and get into
One of the biggest learnings I've had is from a brand that used to be called Nokia. And there are 3 sentences which are kind of engraved in my head, which has 2 sides to it. 40% global market share, 7 years, brand doesn't exist, right? 40% global market share, right? So fundamentally, to me, the brand is just about one simple thing, relevance. That's all. It's relevance to the occasion, right? What Ajay has been talking about in terms of when you want a heart surgeon, what all you do and how important that becomes to you. Relevance to the occasion. I mean, that family would stay once a year only, but ask the gentleman to every trip to Goa, stay there. Maybe not. It's right. And that's transient. Yeah. That's transient. Yes. So I think at the end of the day, as a brand, yes, we should look at it from the consumer and what is the problem we are solving and how do you continue to solve it in the most relevant manner? Because the solution evolves, right? Take the example he said, he was loyal to Big Basket. The solution moved. What that solution was became 10 minutes, not the delivery of the products, the quality. Suddenly that becomes agnostic. The solution is moved to time, right? So how does a brand continue to stay relevant is what determines the relationship, the longevity of the relationship consumers have with it. And that is what determines comfort, habit, all the other, good things we've been talking about. But yeah, I mean, fundamentally, it is just that. Is the brand still relevant? Is the solution still relevant to the consumer?
When you said that using the word like love and all those stuff is crap, I think I beg to differ. I've handled Johnson Baby. Mothers used to have tears when they see my ad. We won a national award for bringing tears in the eyes of the mother, the language of love and language of touch. It was a simple baby powder, baby soap category, and baby lotion. Look at any mother, first-time mother, wherever target audience for the first-time mother, how she related with the brand, full of love. Now, if you think that it's all made up, no, it's not made up. It's a real. We used to have a program called Language of Love Contest. You should see the number of mothers coming to this contest, bringing their baby, and they want to showcase, and they related with the brand. They used to call it as, it's my, I can't take any other brand, right? Now, I've handled liquor, Vijay Mallabhan, way back many years back. We used to have categories of brandy to whiskey to rum to, we used to do a determinant statistical conjoint analysis. You'll be surprised to see each category was consumed differently in different parts of the country. And each of the brand, I used to handle a brand called McDowell's Diplomat way back in 1983-84. People used to stand in the queue for particularly Diplomat as compared to either Royal Challenge, for example. And there used to be a very high level of relationship with the brand. If we all believe that it's all humbug, no, it's all real. People relate with the brand.